another video. Ah, let's put our lights here so that we can see each other. Welcome to our another video, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're talking about Conmen kanisani, Conmen in church. Na tutaanza na story ya Rose Muhando na Ali Mukhwana, story ambayo tutaanza na story ya Rose Muhando na Ali Mukhwana, story ambayo it's been trending sana mtazamaji. It's been trending sana historia Ali Mukhwana na Rose Muhando. So Conmen in church. We have Conmen in church na we have real people in church. And conmanship imekuwepo na vitu vingi tu zinafanyika kanisani. Labda I want to play a clip here about some conmen, watu ambao wanaibia wenzao kanisani. Church leaders and board members need to know how to spot a con artist. Kuna pastors ambao ni wakora. And hii story ya Ali Mukhwana na Rose Muhando, first of all, what we need to understand about it is Ali Mukhwana has in one way or the other also taken money, amechukua pesa. I have several reports, people wako inbox yangu wananiambia Ali Mukhwana pia amechukua pesa za watu na akakosa kushow up kwa events tasi mara moja. Na mtazamaji, Conmen in church tukaona pia, do you believe that, I know you want to believe this, Pastor Mackenzie from Kilifi, there is a lady who sold all her belongings for 100 million shillings just to take to Pastor Mackenzie because she believed she was going to meet God. And Mackenzie had made her believe that by taking money to the church or taking money to Mackenzie, she was going to meet God. She was going to meet God. Something that I just came live, to discuss this conmen in church. Rose Muhando, it's not the first time we're seeing Rose Muhando being on the receiving end, kuchukua pesa za watu without showing up to the shows. We've seen several times Rose Muhando doing this issue, doing this, let me not call her a con person, but the issue ya Ali Mukhwana and Rose Muhando, tuliona Rose Muhando knew she was not going to come. Rose Muhando had taken money from different people, kule Voi, Kilifi, and the good thing is Ali Mukhwana made sure akapiga simu so that I confirm. Ali Mukhwana called akaconfirm Rose Muhando was being advertised kule Mombasa kwamba she was going to be in the meeting. So one of the things these conmen in church, they will always defend themselves. They will always defend themselves because most churches, if I'm sorry to say this, but most churches, if today you went to a church, uulize keyboardist how much you have been given just to play a keyboard, keyboardist will tell you she's doing or he's doing ministry. And I've seen these people in church giving money to churches, supporting ministry, people selling land to support ministry just because they want to support ministry. And there are some pastors who even coerce their members to give money to support ministry. The issue that we see Rose Muhando saying that Ali Mukhwana just was attacking, Ali Mukhwana alikuwa na attack na alikuwa na attack kwa sababu ya reasons ambazo wenyewe wanajua. Anasema kwamba hajawahi kupatana na Ali Mukhwana na ilikuwa ni mara yake ya kwanza kabisa kupatana na Ali Mukhwana. Anasema kwamba labda Ali Mukhwana alikuwa na secret agenda. You remember the reason as to why Ali Mukhwana went on social media and started ranting is because imebaki siku moja and Rose Muhando is not talking. Rose Muhando was being called by the PA to the church that was holding the crusade. Rose Muhando block that person. In fact, Rose Muhando hakuwa na pick calls. The person says aliuliza Rose Muhando, Rose, tumeona una meetings zingine kule maeneo za Kilifi, maeneo za Mombasa, so what will happen to our meeting? Rose akamjibu akamwambia, kwa nini unanipigia simu usiku? If you call me usiku, it's bad manners. Yeah, there are a lot of things that zilifanyika, and comment section ya video ambayo niliweza kupost pale TikTok, when you check the comment section, there are people saying Ali Mukhwana also takes money from people and doesn't show up for meetings. Na they say that it's not na si mara moja. They say that si mara moja. So Ali Mukhwana is just cutting a tree ambayo amesimama, cutting a branch yenye amesimamia pale yeye mwenyewe. Yeah, if you check the comment section, of this video I posted, Rose Muhando always does that. She was also paid to perform at another show. She failed to turn up. Remember, this is someone exposing Rose Muhando on my comment section. Remember Katungwa girl on YouTube? I think her downfall almost caused by these pastors in the name of performance. You shut up, this good for nothing man. You don't want to, people are arguing about Rose Muhando, and some that are saying Rose Muhando is a con person, some that are saying Rose Muhando is a good person. Na kuna wale ambao wanasema, je, inakuwaje kwamba you guys are going to Tanzania to look for people while in your churches there are people who can sing? That is where conmanship in churches comes in, because there are good people kanisani ambao if they are not there in the present worship team, the team cannot go on. But they want to bring Akina Rose Muhando, they want to bring Akina Christina Shusho, so that they can get a lot of people, so that they can bring more sadaka. That is the truth of the matter, and that is what is literally happening and going on right now. If you see how people pretend in churches, man, you won't believe. If you see how people pretend in churches, churches have just turned out to be kitega uchumi. Ni kitega uchumi too, because there's no way, and I've seen pastors preaching saying that if you don't give tithe, sijui you will not get what. If you don't tithe, you'll get what. And they even tell people that there are some pastors who tell people that you must tithe. Tithing is everything. Tithing opens your blessings. Tithing does what. So does this mean that people who doesn't tithe don't get anything in return? Don't get blessed by God? That's what you're trying to preach? Now, that is not what I wanted to talk about today. Whatever I want to talk about is conmenship in church. You saw Pastor Mackenzie. Pastor Mackenzie, when before he trended in 2016, there were people who left Bungoma, Mumias, and different places to go to Pastor Mackenzie to see how, just to give something to Pastor Mackenzie. And you know what Pastor Mackenzie was preaching? Mackenzie was preaching saying that you have to fast until you die so that you miss God. Pastor Mackenzie was eating. Pastor Mackenzie alikuwa anakula chakula. Another person, and we've seen a lot of people wenye wamezikwa kule kwa Pastor Mackenzie. Na amefungwa miezi ngapi peke yake? Miezi 12, ataachiliwa, kesi itaisha, and that's it. We have Prophet Owuor, Jesus knew what ministries. Prophet Owuor, one of the persons that you can never talk about on social media is Prophet Owuor. If you try talking about Prophet Owuor on social media, my friend, followers wake, they will come to your comment section, they will repost the video, they will talk trash, you will delete the video just because you've talked about Prophet Owuor. I remember there's one time, there was a trending story about Reverend Lucy Natasha. There was this lady exposing how Reverend Lucy Natasha was using ladies to, she was giving pastors, like Reverend Lucy Natasha alikuwa, the story was like, when a pastor like day boy from Nigeria comes to Kenya. So what Reverend Lucy Natasha does is she has a group of beautiful girls who will service that bishop or pastor at a hotel. They will sleep together, they will do what, massage the pastor. See, the girls want to do that. They were just girls being used. So there's this girl who was doing that. She came on social media. She decided to expose Reverend Lucy Natasha. I did that story. Reverend Lucy Natasha, as communication team, pulled down my videos, all my videos, and they reported my channel. That channel is no longer there, and I begged them to bring back my videos and those stuff, because those people will never want their followers to see their other side. You understand? There was also a pastor whom I was working for. I was working for a pastor out here. And you see, I've been around pastors and they're just like politicians. I was working for some pastor out here. And when it comes to giving me my hard-earned money, the pastor wants to take me to the police. The pastor wants you to threaten me with what? And I was like, how do these men of God even reason? You understand? If you find somebody like Prophet Owuor has a lot of churches here in Kenya. And one of the things that makes him popular is because Prophet Owuor builds his churches strategically, and he's one of the untouchables in this country. Prophet Owuor, if Prophet Owuor today wants to come to Nakuru here or Nairobi, or to go to Bungoma, where Rose Muhando was to go, you will see people cleaning the road. You will see police officers escorting Prophet Owuor. Why? Because Prophet Owuor has helped people, make sure anapush watu wa kanisa yake waende kwa polisi, wengine waende wakuwe lawyers, so that they protect Prophet Owuor. And you can never talk ill about Prophet Owuor, because followers wake will not let you talk ill about Prophet Owuor. And one of the things that Prophet Owuor's followers believe is that Prophet Owuor is a prophet of God who will die on the street, and the day he will die is the day the world will end. That is what Prophet Owuor followers believe. I'm a believer. I go to church. Whatever we're discussing here is purely conmanship in church. If you see how Rose Muhando, she's a gospel artist, how she's exchanging words with the musician Ali Mukhwana, you won't believe what is happening. You see, Ali Mukhwana was just connecting Rose Muhando to somebody. Now, Ali Mukhwana is on social media ranting how Rose Muhando didn't show up, and Rose Muhando akamwambia anajibu sehemu nyeti and all those stuff. You see, the church today and gospel today is full of hypocrites. There are good people in church, but there's full of hypocrites. Let's talk about Pastor Nganga. You see, Pastor Nganga is one of the jokers. He talks everything. But when it comes to worshiping, Pastor Nganga worships truly. That man worships. Ana worship mpaka analia. But when he preaches real life situations. Yeah, anaongea anything. As long as it's a real life situation, Pastor Nganga will say anything. And most people don't love Pastor Nganga because of his controversy. You know, the fact that there are people who believe in pastors so much, like pastors must pray for you to succeed, and you cannot pray for yourself to succeed. That's another conmanship in the church, man. Because you see, there are situations where you see somebody saying, I'm taking money to some pastor somewhere to pray for me. I don't have a problem with that. But whatever is happening in churches, they are brainwashing people. You saw a story where Prophet Owuor brainwashed a lady and took all her property in Nairobi. And because, people are untouchable, you cannot touch them. We've seen where Mackenzie is connected to killing a lot of people in Kilifi, and you cannot talk about that. We've seen where Pastor Ezekiel from Mombasa is selling water, anointed water, to people so that they can go use the anointed water, and people are buying with lots of money, and nobody is talking about that. the church, like I saw on television Pastor Ezekiel selling water, and he says that water is pure, is ni maji ambayo ni maji yameombewa, and people are buying. You can imagine how many people are buying that bottle. They sell water kwa vichupa vidogo vidogo. You can, you know, you can just imagine how many people are purchasing that water from Pastor Ezekiel in a day because they believe in him. You know, Pastor Ezekiel has branded himself in such a manner that he heals, he prays for people to get jobs, he prays for people to succeed in life. That is all okay. But there's a lot of conmanship in the church. Even the early Mukhwana that is now crucifying Rose Muhando for not showing up for shows. Ali Mukhwana is also being crucified by Kenyans for taking money from people and not showing up. It's not once, it's not twice. Ali Mukhwana does this several times, and we've seen him doing this, you know. And we've seen a lot of things. We've seen this happening on, you know, on social media. People saying that, you know, Ali Mukhwana did this, Ali Mukhwana did that. In my comment section, somebody in Kisumu saying they paid Ali Mukhwana to go for their show, and there's somebody who called me and narrated a story about Ali Mukhwana. You know what Ali Mukhwana does is Ali Mukhwana takes money from people. Sasa tuseme nyinyi ni watu 10, mnataka Ali Mukhwana akuja perform kwa show yenu, na ni siku moja, tuseme ni saa 2. Ali Mukhwana will not say no to ati pesa yako. Ali Mukhwana will take your money, but you know what he does? He will go to the highest bidder. Kama mwenye ulituma 100k na wengine walituma 50, wewe 100 ndiye ataenda, na hizi 50 harudishi, mtamdai. Atakwambia create a day, then I will come. That is what Ali Mukhwana does. Rose Muhando does the same. Ukimpigia Rose Muhando mwambie mimi nakutaka siku fulani fulani, atakuitisha pesa, but she might not show up just the way it happened in Bungoma. But she's saying that she was sick, she wanted to come and all those stuff. It's just because of pressure Ali Mukhwana made Rose Muhando to return the money. The same case, Pastor Ezekiel selling water to congregants, maji ya kutumia sijui kufanya nini. I know you Pastor Ezekiel's followers, you are here and watching, and you will say maybe namuonea. No, Pastor Ezekiel is selling water to congregants, akiwaambia that water is ni maji itawasaidia here and there. I don't have a problem with that, but I think the people that are coming to a church bringing sadaka, and you have water that can purify them of their sins, you should give them for free. You understand? So there's a lot of conmanship in church, and we've seen a lot of pastors raping children. We've seen Catholic priests impregnating women out here, and nobody's talking about it. You see, yeah, that is conmanship in church, and it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. For now, keep subscribing.